Hi, my name is Solo P1, and today we're going to be talking about the WWE Raw show from last night, from June 11th, 2018, and it was a lot better than last week, put it that way. It was a lot better than last week, especially Ronda Rousey. It was an improvement from last week, and twice as good as the week before. And it's hats off to Ronda Rousey. Like I said last week and the week before, there's no bullshit on my channel. I'm gonna tell it how it is. Last week I thought Ronda Rousey was dog shit. The week before I thought she was dog shit. But this week I've got to admit she was quite good. She was more believable in that ring, the way she was cutting that promo. But Nia Jax is still dog shit in my opinion. If you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. That's just my opinion. I'm not going to say the cool thing on social media, what's going around. If everybody thought that Nia Jax was good on social media, I'm not going to come out on my channel and say that Nia Jax was good just so I can get a couple of likes, a couple of subscribers. No way. Here, I'm going to tell the truth. And in my opinion, Ronda Rousey was a pass for this week. I'm no expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm just a fan. I'm a wrestling fan, and that's it. And I admit that I'm just a wrestling fan. I got my podcast. I put my views out there on my channel, and if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to change. That's just me. So I'm going to go through the segments. I'm going to go through the show segment by segment. If I miss a segment, I miss one. You can put it in the comment section below and tell me what I missed. But I'm going to go through it. I'm going to start off the way it started with the women. 4 women from the Money in the Bank match. The 4 Raw women for the Money in the Bank match. And 4 men on Raw for the Money in the Bank match. All standing on ladders, which I thought it looked ridiculous. Who stands on ladders before a match? Imagine if it was a boxing match and you had Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, and the week before the match, the week before the fight, you see him standing on ladders, debating with each other like flipping petulant children. Because that's what it looked like. 4 grown-ass men, 4 grown-ass women on ladders in the ring, just like last year they'd done, but last year it was the men. This year they're having the first time ever, I think, Money in the Bank. No, it's the second year. Money in the Bank. Last year was Carmella won it. And the go-home show, you got them all in the ring, the men and the women, standing on ladders, arguing about, oh, I'm going to win Money in the Bank, I'm going to do this shit. Kevin Owens ranting and raving like a child, saying to the Kurt Angle, it's not fair, that Braun Strowman is in this match. He'll get the ladder, he'll get the briefcase before any of us is the tallest. When has that ever mattered? Whoever's the tallest in a ladder match, in a briefcase match, in a title match, it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter who's the tallest. You go in there, what matters is that whoever gets to that briefcase first is the winner. It doesn't matter how tall you are. That's never been an issue. But Kevin Owens continues to spout his nonsense out. But that's not his fault. Again, that's down to the writers. Little shh. They probably made that up 10 minutes before the show started because it looked like it was rushed. But I just don't get why they got men and women on ladders debating with each other like petulant children, because that's what it looked like from my seat watching on the TV. And I thought to myself, again, it's going to be another disaster, another bad Raw, something I just don't want to watch. But again, because I'm a fan, I'm going to continue to watch it, and I'm going to critique it, and I'm going to let you guys know. I'll give you my opinion, and this is what I'm doing now. But that was the first segment. As I was arguing on the ladder, Kurt Angle comes out. That's the highlight of my night. And then there you crowd, you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Which he doesn't suck. You suck. That's the crowd. It comes out and goes, hey. What's going to happen is we're going to make history this weekend. First ever men and women's ladder match, whatever. Starts talking. Then Baron Corbin comes out, showing his authority. And Baron Corbin's got a new haircut, which I love. He's cut his hair off because he was receding for the last couple of years. And now he's just finally cut his hair off. He comes out with a shirt. Comes out with a flipping waistcoat, whatever he's wearing. It looks smart. To me, I don't really like it. I like his hairstyle. But I hope he goes back to his lone wolf gimmick because I like that. Even though the WWE don't know how to use him. But he comes out and starts saying, oh, this, that, Kurt Angle, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to go back and tell Stephanie McMahon, blah, 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 blah. That's what we got. And I'm going to move on to the next segment because nothing really happened from there. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what happened. We had the match. We had a women's match, right? Which I thought was a decent match. Yeah, it was a decent match. And it was what's her name? Alexa Bliss. And we had Sasha Banks and we had Amber Moon in there, and we had we had Natalia. Basically the 4 women from Raw in a match together in a fatal 4-way match. And it was and I got a hats off to Amber Moon. She was a savage. But before we start getting into that, I'm going to show you, I forgot about this. I'm going to get into the audio clip. I'm going to show you the audio clip from the Money in the Bank about what I was talking about. Sorry about that. It was a bit, I'm not trying to skip through it. I just forgot. It's not really rememberable, really. It's not really rememberable. So, I'm going to start this segment like I was talking about. Baron Corbin coming out when Kurt Angle was there. Baron Corbin trying to show his authority. And I'm going to play it for you. It's just over 4 minutes long. Just tell us what you think.
As the Constable of Monday Night Raw, I represent the Commissioner, Stephanie McMahon. And I am here to ensure that Raw runs smoothly.
Well, as the general manager of Monday Night Raw, nothing would make me happier than to those 2 contracts coming back to Raw.
And if those 2 contracts don't come back to Raw, Stephanie will be deeply disappointed. And we don't want to disappoint Stephanie, do we?
Do we?
Even though I'm still hurting from my injury last week, you know, I will fight through the pain, grab that contract, and make Stephanie proud.
Alexa.
What?
What exactly hurts on you, sweetheart?
My shoulder?
Your shoulder? I mean,
Pride's dead.
wasn't last week you were, limping out on your leg, walking away like you always do?
You know what?
see
I
why
can be
I wanted to
hurting
skip
in
the
more
review
places at
forward.
once, okay?
Sorry about that, by the way.
It doesn't matter because after this Sunday, you're going to be
really
real
memorable, is
sore.
it?
Oh, please, Ember. I'm winning the Sunday, sweetheart.
No, I'm
There we
going
go.
to win that
Please
money.
no, I'm about to get out of here.
All
Yes.
fighting nuts.
Hold up.
All fighting nuts, children.
Natalia, I know you've been cleared by our medical staff to compete after your injury to Nia Jax last week, but are you sure you're ready for this ladder match?
Kurt, yes, I am. I am ready. I am ready to grab that contract and secure a championship match against the soon-to-be Raw Women's Champion, my friend, Ronda Rousey.
There you go.
Ronda
There's a
could
clue.
be the new champion, but I'll be the one cashing in, sweetheart.
Whoa. Yeah, hey, okay, we get it. Can we talk about something actually important? Braun Strowman is so much taller than all of us. Are you gonna raise the briefcase when he climbs the ladder?
Oh, what, do you want the briefcases lowered down to you, Kevin?
Yeah, you know what, Bobby Roode? I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
You know what?
The
this entire
briefcase
segment,
will be the same height for everyone.
Kevin
That
Owens
is
is the
blatant
only one that made me
favoritism.
laugh a little bit.
It's disgusting. Hey, Constable Corbin, first of all, let me
Constable
say,
Corbin.
I love the new haircut. And second of all, dude, you have to do something about this. You have to.
Let's cut the
Angle's
constable
dying
out of
to
this.
laugh.
And how about I do something about you?
All right, enough of that segment. That ended, and then it went on to the women's match. Like I said, I'm going on to the women's match. It was a great match. Amber Moon really shined in that match. She was great in that match. She's she's got to be her, and she's got all the women on the roster and the main roster. Athleticism, she's at the top. She's an athlete, great wrestler. She's learning well. There's big plans for her. That's if the WWE do it right, if they use her right. Yeah, Amber Moon. I'm not sure how on her promo skills. I haven't really studied her promo skills. She hasn't talked that much. She did talk last night, but it wasn't for long, so I can't really judge her on her promo skills. But in-ring skills are on par, and I could see big things for Amber Moon. I know she trained at Booker T's school, and yeah, and he done a good job with her because she's the real deal. Sasha Banks, during that match, she took a nasty fall in that match. She did. I think it was Amber Moon on the floor. Sasha Banks was about to jump on the top rope and jump onto Amber Moon, but it looked like she slipped off the top rope, Sasha Banks. And it was lucky that Natalia was there outside the ring to catch her, because if she wouldn't, she could have probably broke her back or something, the way that was. And I'm not sure if it was a setup the way the WWE was trying to do, but in my opinion, it didn't look like a setup. It looked like she slipped off that top rope, and if it wasn't for Natty catching her, she would have been. I don't know what would have happened. Hopefully, she's all right now. But what a match that was. Amber Moon stood out for me out of all of them. They all played the part. Alexa Bliss played the part as well. Natalia, she got the submission at the end. She submitted Alexa. But overall match, it was a good match to start off the show, and it was okay. And I thought this was the turning from a lot better from last week. Yeah, and they all played the part, and hats off to all of them. It was a good match. But apart from the match was good, but the ladder segment, them all debating on the ladder like kids, it was just forget it, man. I didn't want to know about that. Then we've got a backstage segment. Finn Balor and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is talking to Finn Balor, trying to talk strategy for the match tonight. In a match with Braun Strowman and all them. Braun Strowman. Basically, you got the 4 men from the Raw. You got Braun Strowman, and you got Kevin Owens, and you got Bobby Roode, and you've got all them guys in the main event of Raw tonight. And Kevin Owens talking to Finn Balor, trying to talk strategy, saying, Braun Strowman, we should all gang up together and take Braun Strowman out. He's got to be the favourite for Money in the Bank. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to take it from me, right? Listen, this is my opinion. Braun Strowman is not winning Money in the Bank. It's too obvious. It's the way WWE every week saying, this guy's got to win it. This guy's definitely going to win it. Who's going to beat him? He's my pick. Who's gonna beat Monster of Men? Monster of Men. That's what Fingy always says. Michael Cole, but I don't think he's gonna win it. Braun Strowman. But anyway, that was the backstage segment with Kevin Owens and Finn Balor. Then onto a match that I didn't really care about for the 2 guys that are in there. But the other 2 I really care about, it's Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre against Breezango, which I don't really care about Breezango. Why? Tell me, someone give me a logical answer. Why, right, are they putting Breezango, right, versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre? If this is the way you're going to use Dolph Ziggler, which I've got a ton of respect for, and Drew McIntyre, there's no point of them being on the roster. Just put them on SmackDown and see what they can do on there. Because if this is what you're going to do every week, week after week, putting Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler against jobbers, there's no point of them being on the roster. Just put them on SmackDown. Just put them on SmackDown. Because someone in the back is just sitting there probably thinking, this is funny. What we're going to do, we'll put Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler against Breezango. Nobody cares about Breezango. Breezango are still lucky they've got a job. They're lucky that they haven't got the P45 yet. That's what we say in the UK. We get a P45. You say pink slip, I think, in America. But in the UK, we say P45. This is when you get your P45 and you've lost your job. I don't want them to lose the job, but I'm surprised they've still got a job with the WWE. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, they said they're going to change this division and whatever. Week after week, we're going to do this. And I believe them. They look believable. They're one of 3 or 4 teams in the entire roster, Raw and SmackDown, that look believable. And then when they talk, I believe them because they are believable. So I'm going to play this segment from there. It's like Breezango and Dolph Ziggler. I'll play it for you. It is 3 minutes long, so this one's not as long as the last one. But I'm going to play a few things. It's a promo that I was doing from the wrestling. A great promo. Dolph Ziggler, it's like he's got a new lease of life in the WWE. I thought last year was his last year, but now he's paired up with Drew McIntyre. He's breathed new life into Dolph Ziggler. So I'm going to play it now for you.
Oh, and Breeze with a step up in Zaguri caught Ziggler on the side of the face.
This is a foot to the side of the head.
Dolph got a little bit carried away with the verbally berating Breeze, but here comes McIntyre and Fandango.
And Fandango now unloading with the chops to McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre just like that. Just manhandling Fandango, at least momentarily.
You know, Michael, you bring up a great point that if Drew McIntyre is focused, has his head in the game, there's nobody that can physically hang with the big man.
I completely agree with that as Fandango is up to the top rope. Distraction by Ziggler. And McIntyre takes advantage. And now Tyler Breeze caught by McIntyre.
Wow.
Flat out power. Oh!
Nasty.
Good way to separate his shoulder, snap it back.
Ziggler with a super kick.
He's like a new Shawn Michaels, isn't he? So he does his kick, sweet shin moves.
And tell me how you stop this.
There goes the Claymore.
The zigzag and the Claymore.
Nasty Claymore.
McIntyre and Ziggler successful again.
Now we should be getting onto the promo.
Here are your winners, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre.
There we go, the
Last
promo
week,
now.
there was a tag team battle royal, and that was nothing more than a fluke. We've put it behind us. I put it behind us. Get over with it. Deal with it.
But here's your proof.
So underrated.
Presenting Exhibit A and Exhibit B.
Some of you had the guts to question this in-ring ability, to question this alliance. Bad move. Unlike everyone else in the back, this isn't just hype. So every tag team on Raw in the back, watching and drooling. Titus Worldwide, the B team, the deleters of worlds, take a good look, because the show starts and ends right here, and this is your future.
We can assure you, everybody's future lies in our hands, because we're not just here to take over the Raw Tag Team division. We are here to literally save this bloody division by taking every other team out.
That's the promo from those guys. Yeah. Good promo at the end. The match was like a quick match, you know, like a squash match. Breezango, whatever. I don't really care about for them. If they was there or not, I don't care. But hopefully they do something with both of these guys. Maybe they'll win the tag team titles down the line. Maybe SummerSlam, I don't know. And let them have a good run with it. And then maybe after that, maybe they can do a storyline with like Shawn Michaels. Because they remind me of the Shawn Michaels and Diesel. These two guys, Ziggler's Shawn Michaels. Obviously, the way he does his move. You can see he idolises Shawn Michaels. I think his boots everybody said his boots are like Shawn Michaels. I think his boots are more like the Bret Hart, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, maybe they can put them together as tag team champions for a little bit. Maybe do a storyline where Ziggler tries to turn on his mate, which is Drew McIntyre, and they can build it from there. I don't know. Maybe that's something to think about. Then we're on to the other segment, another backstage segment with Roman Reigns. Don't really care. I don't care what anybody says about Roman Reigns. He's a great athlete, and it's just bad booking. That's what it is. It's the WWE. It's bad booking. It's Vince McMahon's stubborn pride. He's not going to give in to the marks out there, the wrestling marks. Everybody wants him to turn heel, including me. If you want to call me a mark, I'm a mark. I don't really care. And it is his bad book. WWE just don't want. It's like the more people say. This reminds me of the John Cena thing when he had his run back in the day. Everybody was saying, turn him heel, turn him heel, turn him heel. But they never did. They never did. And they're going to do the same thing with Roman Reigns. I can't see him turning heel. I'd like him to turn him heel. If they did turn him heel, it'd be a good thing. Like to turn The Rock, like I've mentioned before on my other videos. But they're not going to. I don't think they're going to. But anyway, on to the match. It was Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. They're both in the ring standing there ready to fight. Jinder Mahal grabs the mic and says to Roman Reigns, don't think it's going to be... I never said you was fighting me. I said you had a match. It's going to be against Sunil Singh. So they're both... Roman Reigns stands there, starts laughing. Jinder Mahal's there laughing with his cocky face. Like he always... I like Jinder Mahal anyway. I like him. A lot of people don't like him, but I like him. He looks the part, man. He looks the part. His promo skills, not so much, but his in-ring ability is definitely improved from a couple of years ago. He's got himself in shape. He looks the part, but it's just maybe he needs a manager. Maybe he needs a mouthpiece, and I don't think Sunil Singh is cutting the mustard. But anyway, yeah. You know that guy? You know the Authors of Pain? You know the guy who manages Authors of Pain? I forgot his name now. But I wouldn't mind seeing him with Jinder Mahal. Make him he can be Jinder Mahal's mouthpiece. That'd be interesting prospect. But anyway, the match finishes. He never lasted. It was another squash match. What's his name? Roman Reigns pins Sunil Singh, and after the same old shit, Jinder Mahal comes in, blindsides him, hits him from behind, starts hitting him, walks out with Sunil Singh, starts smiling at Roman Reigns. Commentary's talking rubbish. I don't know why they got rid of Booker T. Why isn't Booker T on commentary? Why have they got flipping, what's his name again? Why have they got, what's that moron's name? Atonga. Why have they got Atonga on commentary? There should be Booker T. Booker T was, to me, Booker T was probably the best commentary on that thing. I hate Michael Cole. I'd never like Michael Cole. And Corey Graves, I don't like Corey Graves. I just don't like him. He's just cocky, and I just don't like him. I don't think he's all that. The way people put him out on Twitter, saying he's the best commentator around today. Nah. Booker T was funny, he's entertaining. One of the best things that Booker T ever says, and one of his, it was a few months ago, was the Brock Lesnar match. I don't know who was Brock Lesnar was fighting. It was Roman Reigns, obviously, who was Brock Lesnar fighting. His last 3 or 4 matches have been Roman Reigns. But he was against Roman Reigns. And he says that Booker T says he doesn't eat water, he doesn't want bread. All he wants is meat. I thought that segment was so fun. That line was so funny. And yeah, he was entertaining Booker T. A lot of people don't like him. I don't give a shit. I like him. And I should bring him back. Bring back Booker T, man. Bring him back. But that match was over, and then we went on to the... oh, God. Before we go into the next segment, I'm going to play the audio. Just a bit of audio for me. Okay?
Roman, I can see in your eyes you're ready to face me. I heard what you said earlier, that I cost you your opportunity at Money in the Bank. I cost you your opportunity at Brock Lesnar. See, Roman, your own failures are starting to cloud your judgment. Oh, you thought you were going to face me tonight? You thought you were going to face the modern-day Maharaja tonight?
See, Roman, when I made the challenge, I didn't say the match was against me. Your opponent tonight is another great Indian. A man who is fearless, who stands shoulders above all competition. Your opponent tonight is none other than the great Sunil Singh.
And yeah, I thought it was going to be the great Khali. I wouldn't have cared if it was, but I thought it was. That was my guess. That was that segment over. And obviously I told you Roman Reigns won the match. And that was it. On to the next segment, which was next match, which was Heath Slater versus Rhino. Now, Heath Slater and Rhino versus the B team. The Jobber team versus the Jobber team. That's what these two are. And the match never meant nothing. Tell me, what's the match gonna? What's it gonna prove? It's not gonna prove anything, is it? It's not gonna prove anything. But anyway, we all know that the B team are not going to beat. You know what? I told you last week when I was doing this review about the tag teams, I forgot who the tag team champions were. This is how disinterested I am in the tag team. See, I just forgot then. I forgot who the champions are. I've got to look at my notes to see who the champions are. That's how disinterested in the tag team division I am. I'm both brands, Raw and SmackDown. Anyway, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, they interrupt after Heath Slater and Rhino. Now, after the B team beat Heath Slater and Rhino, obviously the B team are not going to lose because they're going to lose the momentum, aren't they? Going into the Money in the Bank, they want you to believe that they're going to beat Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt for the tag team titles. Never going to happen. You're the B team, you're the Jobber team. It's never going to happen. And it doesn't matter how much writers you got backstage trying to convince us, the WWE Universe, that the B team are going to beat Bray Wyatt and the Hardys. Never going to happen. It's never going to happen. But anyway, after the match finish, the Hardys and Bray Wyatt come out, they cut a promo. I'm going to play the promo for you and see how it goes. There you
go. Wait! This jovial jamboree that you two mendacious monkeys are partaking in is absolutely wonderful! Deserving of a standing woken O, yes! It is delightful! It is sublime! It is marvelous! We're here.
Backstage, now they appeared onto the stage.
Well done,
on the stage.
You obsolete mules! It appears that you are trying to prove yourself as worthy suitors to our tag team championships. Beware, B-team, for we are omniscient. We are all-knowing.
Just look around you, man. You are surrounded by the woken. You are surrounded by fireflies.
Yeah.
And we are watching you, always watching you. And that's how I know that right now, your insides are burning like the river Styx. That, my friends, is fear. And I put that there to remind you both that you bought the ticket and now you're gonna have to take the ride.
Yes. The game is afoot, you obnoxious ants. And when this is finished, we will eat you and delete you.
And that was that promo over. Yeah, moving on. You had Elias backstage. He was standing there getting interviewed, and he said it's going to be very, very hard for him tonight to do anything really, because he's stuck in his town, this dumb town of Arkansas, this dump of a town of Arkansas. And he started talking about it, but he's going to try and he might have a surprise. So he comes out into the ring, they go to commercial. He comes out to the ring, starts doing his usual stick. They start booing him. He starts saying, "Who wants to walk with Elias?" He starts doing the regular thing, like he does every week, which is good. I could never get bored of Elias the way he is. I am Elias Mark, but he's a good wrestler and he's entertaining. And he's like a throwback of the old days, of the old wrestlers. He would have been good in the 80s and the 90s. He's that talented. And I know a lot of people agree with me. If you don't agree with me, that's the way it is. But that's my opinion. And yeah, he starts singing and then he says, "Oh, I've got a surprise for everybody," because I wasn't going to do this tonight. I was just going to sing my song. That was it. But I've got something special I want to show you. He goes into the corner of the ring. He protects his guitar out. And it's like a custom-made guitar with Elias on there and with the Intercontinental title. And he said to everybody, "This time next week on Raw, I'm going to be the Intercontinental Champion and I'm going to play my tunes on this guitar." And yeah, then as he was doing that, Seth Rollins' music come out. Seth Rollins' music came on, and Seth Rollins came out. Elias backpedal out of the ring. Seth Rollins come into the ring and says, "You know what? I'm trying to like you, Elias. I like your stick. I like the way you play your music." He come out, but at the end of the day, right, he starts talking about we need to fight, we need to end this, and whatever. But I'm going to play the audio from the part where he's playing his guitar so you can see what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm going to play the audio. And here we go, Elias. This audio is about 5 minutes long.
He's the architect, but he tells us to burn it down. Make up your damn mind, Seth. These are the worst nicknames around. Seth freaking Rollins? Am I supposed to think that's cool? And I get it, you do CrossFit, so I definitely know that you're a tool. You're void of any talent. You're a disgrace to Monday Night Raw. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you were born in this toilet of Little Rock, Arkansas. Gonna squeal like a pig for the whole world to hear. Walking with Elias is the only thing he should fear. So, walk with me, oh Seth, walk with me. I said, walk with me. You know what?
There you go.
I wasn't going to do this tonight, but I've got something I've got to show you all.
What could possibly be next? How do you follow that up, Cole?
A second #1 hit.
Take a look at this.
Whoa.
Elias.
Now this
got a mic on it with the Intercontinental title.
Was given to me by John Mayer. This is a thing of beauty. Next week, I am going to play my greatest song yet, and I will have this guitar across my chest and the Intercontinental Championship around my waist.
Here we go.
Here comes the aforementioned King Slayer.
Did he just say that was custom acoustic and electric?
He's in the ring now.
When are you gonna get some guts and stop being such a coward, huh? 2 weeks ago, you sneak up from behind, you smash me with that guitar, and for what, you try to make a name for yourself? Newsflash, dude, I'm not that hard to find. As a matter of fact, I'm in the same spot every Monday night. Right here, the middle of this ring, the Intercontinental Championship on my shoulder, and I'm begging for a fight, man. All you had to do was ask.
That's it.
And you know what the worst part is? I really want to like you. You could be a hit maker, a record baby. You could do it all. You got a cool thing going. You got the spotlight, you got the songs, you got the guitars.
Now he looks at the guitar, and you knew as soon as he looked at the guitar what he's going to do. Obviously what he was going to do.
You don't know what you're doing with that thing.
He's pleading with him, don't break the guitar. Elias is pleading with Seth. Do not break the guitar, do not break it.
Really nice. I don't want to hurt it, no.
Okay, enough of that. He breaks his guitar, and that was that segment over. If it was me, what the writers should have done, they should have, as soon as he broke his guitar, this is the go-home show for Money in the Bank, okay? This is supposed to be an exciting show. This is supposed to be the best show of the month, okay? The best Raw show of the month. But what did they do? They had Elias outside, standing there, whining like a little woman, whining like a bitch, not doing nothing after he broke his custom-made guitar. Now, in reality, that wouldn't happen. In reality, if he did scarper out the ring and he smashed his guitar, or he smashed any of his property, obviously Elias will retaliate. But with these dumbass writers, he's just got him outside, whining like a woman, and walks off. Unrealistic, pathetic. But anyway, apart from that, the last part of it, the Elias part made me laugh when he was talking about Arkansas, that it's a dump of a town, like they were a bit thick. That was funny. That amused me a little bit. But apart from that, nothing really stood out for me. Now onto another, we had the commercial. Now onto another backstage segment with Kevin Owens and Bobby Roode. Again, Kevin Owens has had this mission all night, going around to all these participants in the four-way match at the end, the main event, trying to get everybody to gang up on Braun Strowman, saying that we should eliminate Braun Strowman out of the match. Then we'll have a better chance of winning the title. But really, he's just doing it for himself. Obviously, Kevin Owens, he does make me laugh. To be fair, yeah, he makes me laugh, Kevin Owens. Every time I see him, he reminds me of one of my friends I know. One of my personal friends I know. He's just like Kevin Owens. He's got that kind of personality, and he makes me laugh. That's probably why I like Kevin Owens. But obviously, he's a great athlete as well. A lot of people complain about he's a bit too fat, but it don't matter. He performs in the ring, and that's what matters. It's not always about the way you look. Oh yeah, to be a wrestler, sometimes you gotta be in shape, but if you got good personality, it pushes you through. You know, Big Show wasn't always in the I'm not gonna use Big Show as an example. Ric Flair wasn't always in the best shape, especially in his later years. But he was a great wrestler and a great character. So give him a chance, you know. Kevin Owens is I like him. He's put his time in the wrestling. He's been on the indie circuit for 15 years. Him and Sami Zayn, not so much a big fan of, but Kevin Owens I am. Now, that was that segment over. Now, it was really a backstage segment. We had the Riot Squad walking together. Backstage, pushing over bins, pushing over litter on the floor, being a menace backstage. And then the stop in front of this random guy just standing there reading text on his phone. They just stand there, grab his tie and cut his tie off, and then start laughing in his face. He's standing there like, say, what the fuck have you cut my tie for? Standing there like that. Well, it just looks scripted, but like, again, that's the WWE. And they just walked. They had a match. Well, Ruby Riott had a match, getting ready for the match against Bayley. Match went to commercial again, and then it went back to the match. And it was Bayley versus Ruby Riott. You had the other Riott Squad outside. Obviously, you knew it was going to happen. You knew there was going to be interfere somewhere. But the match was going on. It was a decent match by a good showing by Ruby Riott. Bayley, you know what to expect. And at the end, we knew that the Riott Squad was going to intervene, which they did. They intervened with the match, cost Bayley the match. Ruby Riott got the pin. And after they done like a throwback, what I thought was interesting. Maybe this is going to be their new thing coming forward. They done like a throwback to the old days, the NWO. They drew like a sign on Bayley's stomach and a forehead, like to say where the Riott Squad. So every time they beat somebody, they're gonna print their symbol on him. It's like a bit like a star symbol. It says symbol of the Riott Squad, which I thought was a bit different. At least they're trying something different, not just coming out and interfering and pinning and walking out and smiling and hearing the music. At least the foot outside the box and threw that in there. Maybe it'll stick, maybe it won't. But I thought it was okay. That part when they put the little signal on them. So obviously they're planning on keeping the Riott Squad together. Don't really care about it so much. I think Ruby Riott is obviously the leader of the group, but that's how it finished, that match. Again, no save from there was no save from Sasha, but maybe that's the way WWE are gonna do it. Usually, the last couple of months, we had Bayley coming out saving Sasha coming out saving Bayley, and maybe this time it never happened. Maybe Bayley's gonna feel a bit let down that her friend Sasha Banks didn't come out and save her. Maybe this is what goes into my point. What I think is going to happen in Money in the Bank is going to come down to, I said it last week on my review, I'm going to go over it again. I think at the end it's going to be Bayley in the ring. No, it's going to be Sasha Banks in the ring versus Natalya. They're going to be both going for the briefcase. And Bayley's going to come down. She's either going to fuck it up she's either going to push Sasha Banks off the ladder, or she's going to try and help her to win the match and fuck it up for her. Either way, she's going to fuck it up for her. And Bayley's going to come out, either clock her in the face, or Sasha Banks is going to clock her, or whatever. And then maybe Bayley's going to... I think Sasha Banks is going to turn heel. But it could be Bayley what turns heel. She might come out and say, "Look, you didn't help me when I got beat up by the Riott Squad. I've helped you all these weeks. You never come out and help me. Where was you?" Or it could go around the other way, where Bayley, which is the way I think it's going to happen, where Sasha Banks says, "Look, at the end of the day, right, you cost me the title. Now it's payback. You cost me the chance of getting the briefcase. Now it's going to be payback." Either way, I think that's the way it's going to go. In my opinion, the winner of the briefcase, the Money in the Bank match, women's, is going to be Natalya. That's just my opinion. And that's the way I think they're going, and that's my opinion. Maybe wrong. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Who gives a shit? Then, now, onto the Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax segment. Now, at the beginning of the review, I told you, I said, look, 2 weeks ago, I thought Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax was dog shit 2 weeks ago. Last week ago, I thought there was dog shit again. But this week, I've got to give props to Ronda Rousey. She showed a lot more conviction into the promo. She looked more believable. There was less smiling. Yes, less smiling, finally. She looking more legit, even though she's legit in real life. But I'm on about on the WWE stage, she didn't look like a smiling mark. She didn't look like she was just happy to be there as a fan. She looked the part. And but Nia Jax still dog shit. I don't think Nia Jax was any good. The quicker to take the title off Nia Jax, the better. Maybe I think I'm just gonna take a lucky guess now. I think I weren't so sure a couple of weeks ago, but I think because the WWE's got these contracts coming up with Fox Sports and all these big contracts coming through. Obviously, they've got Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion, a big marketing tool for WWE. They've got Brock Lesnar as champion, so it's gonna look good for their deal. And obviously, they want to get the women's title on another big name, which is Ronda Rousey, and that'll make their company look more legit, more profitable, and more lightly that they'll get the contract with Fox Sports as well. So, as a business point of view, that's what I'd probably do. I'd stick the title on Ronda Rousey, and I'd keep obviously the title on Brock Lesnar. But as a wrestling, as a storyline, no, I don't think Ronda Rousey should get the title yet. I think it's too soon. I think she should earn her stripes a bit more. I know she's a big name, but look, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks is putting the. I know Sasha Banks has won the title 5 times. Bayley, I think she's won it once. Maybe they should look elsewhere. You know, give it to somebody else, someone who deserves it a bit more. But obviously, I think they're going the way that like I said, I think they're going to put the title on Ronda Rousey, and yeah. But I'm going to play that segment here. This segment. Hats off to Ronda Rousey. She definitely improved this week, and hopefully she can improve and continue it as we go forward. I'm going to play this now. Nia Jax is terrible.
Nia, let's start with you. What do you say to those who feel like what started as a friendly rivalry, a good-natured rivalry, has now been filled with tension and almost anger the last couple of weeks?
You know, I'm not surprised. Ronda and I are both very competitive athletes. You know, walking the red carpet's one thing, but when it comes to who's better between the two of us, things are going to get tense. And, you know, I'll admit it, I've purposely pushed Ronda's buttons the last few weeks. I just want to see how she would react. You know, while Ronda's beautiful, she's talented, she has a huge following and a stellar reputation. She's still very new in the WWE. There's things here in the WWE that you can't do in the UFC.
What's that?
Like headbutts, slaps,
God,
strikes to the spine.
Oh God, I thought she's reading
hair pulling. You know. What else? I could
Ronda.
the head and knee strikes while somebody's on the ground, and the 12 and 6 elbows. I've had those done to me, and I've done them to others. They hurt, they injure, and they throw people off their game plan. Ronda, come Sunday, I'll be showing you exactly what I'm talking about.
Listen, I don't game plan, I improvise. And I'm going to improvise your arm off.
That was a bit
Oh, Ronda, that
but now she
sounds very confident from somebody, let's be honest, who's had only one match ever in the WWE.
Yes, I am confident, but I've earned the right to be confident.
Your one match was very impressive, but it was a tag match against a businesswoman who competes part-time.
Part-time?
You know, you've never had a singles match, let alone a title match in the WWE.
If you call that part-time.
And no offense to you, but I've been here for years grinding.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like Roman Reigns now.
I'm not Stephanie McMahon. I'm Nia Jax, the Raw Women's Champion.
Oh, really? I don't care.
And you want to take my arm? Come Sunday, how about I take your reputation? Because when I'm done with you, they're going to call me the baddest woman on the planet. I know I'm going to beat you. That's why I challenged you.
Terrible. Terrible.
Because, Ronda, just at the end of the day, you're just not ready.
Everyone told me I wasn't ready to make the Olympic team at 17, but I did. And everyone said that I wasn't ready to challenge for the Strikeforce belt after only 4 fights, but I won. Come to think of it, everybody said I wasn't ready to be UFC champion. And now I'm going into the Hall of Fame.
A lot better from what I'm Ronda now.
I am Ronda Rousey.
That's it.
And I was born ready.
That's it. A lot better. Showing the title now in front of Ronda Rousey's face. Blocks it.
Oh no!
Could have size difference between them two.
Oh, and a headbutt by Nia!
Headbutt to
That's
Nia.
not legal in UFC.
Ronda.
Perfectly
Ronda's
legal
on the
here in
floor.
WWE. And now Nia Jax looks to dominate and send a message to Rousey before Sunday.
Nia's words look to be ringing true. Nia's not ready. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at Rousey! Rousey over the armbar! Rousey over the armbar! Nia trying to block! Rousey trying to lock in the armbar on Nia Jax! Jax trying to block!
Trying to tap her out. Oh.
Ronda Rousey trying to lock in the armbar on the champion!
Nia doing her best to fight it.
Yeah, trying to get some leverage and power out here.
Look
and
at
there's the
this.
power of the champion. And Ronda, though, wrestling her back down to the mat. Nia screaming and writhing in pain here.
Ronda,
tap it out. Nia's
see,
tapping.
that's something that's something else I've got against.
Could that be
that's something I'm gonna
of things to come Sunday?
I'm gonna call WWE out for this match with Ronda Rousey this week and Nia Jax. It was all around the arm. Can Ronda Rousey get that big mammoth of an arm, get her in a hold and tap her out? And that was part of the match. That's what it was built up to be. Now they've just gave it away. We've just saw Nia Jax tap out by an armbar. So where do you go now? The WWE just gave the story away, and now when it comes this Sunday, it's not going to mean anything. It never really meant nothing before, but it's definitely it doesn't mean diddly squat now. Because she said for weeks and weeks and weeks, Nia Jax was saying, Ronda Rousey, you're not gonna be able to get me in an armbar and tap me out. Well, she said nobody else has ever done it. Well, I'm sure, who is it again? That's a wrestler name. What's the name again? Anyway, she said that no one's gonna tap me out. Right? No one's ever got me in an armbar, and you're definitely not gonna be able to get me in an armbar, right? Right? So what happens? They do a little tussle. Ronda Rousey gets her in an armbar, and what happens? She taps out. So, what do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen now? Now, this match now, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. So we're gonna be going into SmackDown, and she's gonna say, "No one, you're not gonna tap me out. You're not gonna get me in an armbar." Even though Asuka made a tap out a couple of months ago. But WWE forgot that, and they forgot that. They forgot to mention that Asuka made a tap out in an armbar. But anyway, that's WWE writers for you. So that was the only flaw. There's a lot of flaws, but that's the flaw. What stood out for me when when they made Ronda Rousey, they made Nia Jax tap to Ronda Rousey on a Raw, and they were supposed to save that on Money in the Bank. But obviously, they put all the chips in the basket and they've just revealed it. So now the match is worthless. It doesn't mean anything. And another thing what doesn't mean anything, Kurt Hawkins. Again, I still don't know who this guy is. First time I saw him was last week. He comes in, he had first Jose, whatever his name is, which I do not care about him. I don't care if he's entertaining. I don't care if he gets a crowd going. I don't care at all about Jose. I do not give a crap about him at all. And then the guy who was fighting, another guy I've only heard of him since last week. He's supposed to have 200 fights unbeat, 200 defeats. I do not care. He comes in the ring. He tried to... Jose comes in the ring. And then Kurt Hawkins gets introduced. He doesn't come out. Comes from the back, from underneath the ring. Tried to get him from behind Jose. Jose reverses it. Gets him on the ring. Pins him. It's over. That's it. Boom. Over. Now, we're moving on to the Sami Zayn. Jesus. Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley segment. As I call it, the boot camp segment. Sami Zayn is there on the ring by the screens. He comes out. He's getting interviewed. He's saying that I'm going to expose Bobby Lashley. He's a fraud, like he's been saying for the last 3 or 4 weeks. He said Bobby Lashley's a fraud. He's never been in the army. I can prove he's never been in the army. I've set up this assault course, where the top drill sergeants have took it, all the top guys in the army. They've only got the record is 2 minutes. Sami Zayn said he's done it in 1 minute 30, whatever. He said if he can do this assault course, it looks like a baby assault course. They could have made it look real, but obviously it looks like a Lego. The whole thing looked like it was made out of Lego. But anyway, he comes out saying, "Oh, I'm gonna expose Bobby Lashley. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Ring, talking." And crowd was dead as per usual, like there was last week, like there was the week before. Dead. Nobody cares about it. Like I said before, they've buried Bobby Lashley. They've buried Sami Zayn even more. The whole Bobby Lashley's going to be released within a year, guaranteed. I don't want him to get released, but I think he's going to get released. They're just exposing Bobby Lashley, and it's not his fault. It's the writers. It's Vince McMahon. It's the guys in the back. The staff, whatever. They've ruined him. Anyway, back to the segment. Start saying I'm going to expose Bobby Lashley. If he can do this assault course, whatever it is, he can prove to me that he has been in the army, whatever. So he calls out Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley comes out, not smiling as much. Comes out, stands there, and said, "Oh, Sami Zayn says, look, you go first. We're gonna time you." Crowd was going Barbie, and comes out, does the assault course, and he does it in 50 seconds. And whatever, and then I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna play the video because this segment I just didn't really care for, but I'm gonna play it so you guys can hear it. Okay.
Bobby Lashley can prove to me that he was in the army is if he could do this army-styled obstacle course faster than I can.
Okay, well, what exactly does this obstacle course entail? Can you run us through it?
I thought you would never ask. Renee, please, just stay right where you are. Let me explain how this is going to work. First, we have the tire flip. You have to flip this tire over end, not once, but twice. Oh, did I mention that tire weighs over 225 pounds? Because it does.
Jesus.
Now, okay, Bobby might make it all right over there, but then we get right over here to the low crawls. Now, me personally,
maybe they should have had
this
Bobby
is where
Lashley
I think
there.
Bobby Lashley starts to fail. Because while Bobby's big, while Bobby's strong, he's also lugging around 265 pounds of muscle, while I come in at a lean and efficient 213 pounds of cat-like agility. All right? I do my best work in confined spaces.
I know Sergeant Slaughter was a beast back in the day, but nobody knows who he is. Probably.
Next, we get to what I like to call
Bobby Lashley on there.
The Three Sisters wall jump. We have Mount Kathy, Mount Francis, and the Great Wall of Jessica. Then we get to the monkey bars, or what soldiers like to call the horizontal ladder, right? Now you would think this is where Bobby Lashley would excel because of his impressive upper body strength, okay? But in my opinion, this is where he fails even worse, because by the time he gets here, he will be out of energy. He will be out of stamina. And if by some miracle he manages to make it to the grand finale, well then he comes face to face with the dreaded rope climb. And now anyone who's ever had high school gym class knows it's pretty hard to climb up that rope.
Lego.
Bobby will have to inch his way up all the way to the top and ring that bell to conclude the course and stop the timer.
Look, Sammy, everybody's tired of hearing your mouth. I'm gonna beat you in this little obstacle course, and then I'm gonna beat your butt this weekend.
So you both agreed to a coin flip to decide who was going to be going first. So Sammy, do you want to come up here and join us?
Tell him to stand right there. I'll come and join you for the coin toss. You just keep him right there.
Heads. Bobby, you're up.
I personally can't wait to see Sammy's cat.
Put the timer up there. All right.
Bobby
3,
Roode, got
2,
tails, so he's going first.
1, go.
He said I want tails.
And we're underway. 225-pound tire by Lashley. Made it look easy.
Here's where Sami Zayn said Bobby would. Well, he didn't struggle with that at all.
No, not at all. And now the first Kathy, then Francis, and then the great wall of Jessica. Bobby Lashley just powering his way through this obstacle course.
That is no joke. 265.
Look at this.
Look at that. Nice. A little pull-up.
Bobby Lashley just taking his time, and look at Bobby go.
Oh my God, he's not even using his legs.
Brute strength. Ring the bell, Bobby.
That is impressive.
That was nice. Got to see what the official time.
Oh, from behind, Sami Zayn.
Basically, Sami Zayn comes from behind and whatever, you know the rest. Now we're on to the main event. It was Braun Strowman. It was the 4 men from Raw who's going to be in the Money in the Bank match from Raw, because there's going to be 8 men, obviously, 4 on SmackDown, 4 on Raw. They've done the same thing with the women when they had the 4-way match. Now you got the men. You got Braun Strowman. You've got Finn Balor. You've got Kevin Owens, and you've got flipping Bobby Roode. All 3 of them gang up on Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman says backstage, I don't care if you want to talk strategy. I'll tell you what I'll do. All 3 views against me. So obviously they come out, started fighting each other. Braun Strowman starts takes the beating off all 3, comes back. It was a decent match, nothing special, but at the end, Braun Strowman gets the win and climbs the ladder. And obviously the match is over. But let me tell you something. The more the WWE try to push Braun Strowman in our face, saying that he's gonna win the Money in the Bank, the more I'm thinking he's not. And I'm telling you now, I'm not going to guarantee, this is my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. Braun Strowman is not going to win Money in the Bank. The WWE has made it too obvious, saying he's going to win it. No one's they're portraying Braun Strowman as this unbeatable force. Who's going to beat him at Money in the Bank? No one's going to beat him at Money in the Bank. He's got this momentum going into Money in the Bank, like he's like a killer, and no one can stop him from grabbing that briefcase. But I'm telling you now, he's not going to win. I don't think he's going to win. I don't know who's going to win at the men. I'm trying to think who's in it. You got Braun Strowman. Finn Balor's not going to win it. Kevin Owens is not going to win it. Braun Strowman's not going to win it. No one on Raw is going to win it. I think it's going to be someone on SmackDown. Maybe Biggie Langston. I'm going to go for Biggie Langston. He's going to win it. That's just my outside. That's my pick. He needs to break away from New Day. But I think he's going to win it. And it's about time he gets a push as well. But I'm going to be doing an upload tomorrow for SmackDown as well. It may come a little bit late. I know I said last week I was going to do a video on SmackDown. And I didn't do it, but I promise, guys, I'm going to do one this week. So this video ran a bit longer than I thought. So I was only planning on doing a 45-minute, half an hour to 45-minute video. It's past the hour. I'm a bit tired now. I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, I'm really tired. So tell us what you think of the review. Put in your comments in below. Don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube, Solo P1. Follow me on Twitter, Solo P1. And you can catch me on Twitch as well, which I stream daily, from sim racing games for racing games like Forza, Assetto Corsa, Race Room, to Call of Duty, to Assassin's Creed, to Tomb Raider, to Evil Dead, whatever. Football, FIFA. I stream a variety of games, and it depends on the mood I'm in, really. And I'll be doing another review. It's going to be for F1, which is going to be next week, which is going to be in France. I'm going to be doing a review on that, obviously, like I do all the time. We've got a triple header coming up at the F1. We've got France, England, and Austria, and the one in England as well at Silverstone. So it's going to be a triple header. So that's 3 reviews week after week. And I'll be looking forward to doing that as well. So anyway, I'm going to be going. Don't forget to comment, Leave below, subscribe, like the video, dislike the video. I'd like to hear your feedback, good or bad. I'd like to hear your opinion on it. And that's it really. I'm signing out. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.